Good evening, YouTube. Yeehaw, doggy. Yeah, baby. We are back at it again. I'm starting to get a little sad, bro. Let me turn that volume down. Like we're kind of running to the end of the clutches in the incubator.
Yeah, they're getting minimal.
It's getting skinny, as they say. So anyway, sitting in front of you is maybe not two new drinks, but definitely one new one. And the hot penny is something that I like from time to time. Relatively inexpensive, right around $30. And what's up, Interstellar? Welcome, Lou Balls. Welcome, Joe. Welcome, Sunday. Thanks for showing up early. Really appreciate it. So yeah, the hot penny. This whiskey is pretty good. I like it. Right around $30 or so. What's going on, Pack Pythons? Titan. What's going on? Good to see you guys tonight. So yeah, I'm getting into this stuff. We've seen this before. This for a $30 bottle. It's aged in port, sherry, bourbon, and double char barrels. Makes a really fantastic, very smooth, easy to drink whiskey, and for $30, dude, you just can't beat that with a stick. And then 'tis the season up here anyway. This is a 6% pumpkin ale from Half Full. They're out of New York. This is pretty good, nice and like creamy on the finish, which is pretty interesting. But it has all that pumpkin spice. Positively pumpkin. Love that stuff. I had that earlier. Fantastic drink.
It'll be my first time trying it.
Yeah, Matt's going to get into it and give it a whirl. Maybe while I'm doing this, you can kind of share about past couple days events a little bit and where we're at, because today's kind of a good day.
Yeah, it's been a crazy few days. As many of you may know, follow me on Facebook. Couple of our videos from before, I'd mentioned that my wife back in January was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. She went through rounds of chemotherapy that finished up in July, and then as of Wednesday, she went in for a double mastectomy, and also some spacers and stuff put in up underneath the skin. So she was in surgery for 6.5 hours on Wednesday. Everything went well. She stayed a couple nights in the hospital, and she got to come home today. Mm-hmm. So today was a good day. Got her home. She's nice and comfortable at home. Got to see the kids. And cutting off Jim's head here.
Yeah, it's not something you want to stare at too long. So, go ahead and finish your...
So, everybody that responded on Facebook to all the updates, much appreciated. I'll try not to get too emotional. Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, all the prayers and energy, whatever y'all do, was definitely used up and to goodwill, or to good. What do you say that? To good effort, to good benefit, to good end results.
Yes.
So she came home today. Pain is well controlled. She feels pretty good. So just relaxing at home. So that's a good thing for sure. If you ever had anybody or know anybody that's gone through it. So not only is that individual and that immediate family affected, but then any siblings and everything else around that is affected as well.
And also on a good note, I didn't tell you, her results did come back from UConn. Everything else was negative.
Fantastic.
So no other markers.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So that in theory translates into really good end results down the road.
Yep.
Less likelihood of stuff coming back around, that kind of thing. So that's fantastic. And I also wanted to give a big shout out to the Navy. My son's out
Navy
in Hawaii, and I saw this shirt. It was so shout out to Grunt Style. Woohoo! First shirt I've got from them. Wicked fast shipping. Love a lot of the stuff. I almost got.
Dang! I wish I knew you were ordering it. I would have had you order one.
I almost got one. It says, it's like looked like pink spray paint spattered on the shirt. It's a white shirt with hot pink spray paint, like just blotched on there, and it's as pink as my pink mist is my favorite color or something like that. And I just about lost my stuff. I'm like, I don't know that I could wear that around too much, so I went with the salty. So, and it's kind of related for me as well. I mean, I spent some time in deep water. No matter what the Navy says.
Yeah, you puddle jumper.
Yeah, as they like to say. But then my response is always,
why are Navy babies cuter? So cute.
yeah, that's right.
Coasties.
Yeah. While you're out cutting the big holes in the ocean, we're at home. Keeping women comfortable. Anyway, so this evening we are definitely going to have some drinks. We do have a clutch to cut. It is a black pastel leopard, yellow belly, Pos Het Pied, and SK Xanthic that was produced in-house by us, and this was put to our McKenzie Fire male. So we got 7 eggs in which we will cut tonight. They all look fantastic. We'll get a little eyeball of what's going on in there. But before we get to all that stuff, the previous 2 clutches that we did cut are
mostly shed.
90% shed out. There's like 1 or 2 animals across the 2 clutches that haven't shed yet. So we're gonna pull those out, let you guys take a look at those. That was the mahogany clutch, mahogany hidden G-Woma clutch. Crazy stuff going on there. And then the pastel GHI to the Jopa clutch, and there's some pretty cool stuff in there too. So we're gonna get to that stuff first, and then we'll cut some eggs.
So how you want to do this? You want me? I'll do.
Yeah, I'll
show.
take the camera and you can do yours, and then when we switch, I'll
Then you
show
can just
the GHI clutch and
and
we'll get
roll
ready
into
to
your
cut.
eggs.
All right.
Sounds good.
Well, I'm glad you made it, man.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah.
This clutch did not disappoint whatsoever. So the pairing
What's up, Lucas?
was
Buster, what's going on? James, welcome. Sorry, what's going on, Dave?
Jim's catching up on all the
All the people that logged in here.
and Matt didn't say anything.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so pairing was my belly to.
No, we don't want to see that. That's brutal.
So pairing was a mahogany albino to a hidden G-Woma granite yellow belly, and what we got out of there.
Yeah, looks
right.
good. Looks good.
So we're gonna start off with the one that hasn't shed. So this is a hidden G-Woma granite yellow belly, 100% het for albino. It's the smallest one in the clutch, very tiny. It's weird. It's like the 2 that came out with hidden G-Woma are the tiniest in the clutch. It's kind of weird.
Hey, Steph, thanks for popping on.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he feels better.
Dan not feeling good?
That's what she said. He
Oh.
might be on a little bit shortly here, but
Yeah, well, hopefully he feels better. And this one, I don't know if it was a boy or girl. I don't think I ever sexed it. It's a girl.
I'll double check again on my end, Lou.
Little,
I'm pretty sure the tracking said it was, but maybe
sure.
I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm mistaken.
But yeah, very bright. My last clutch I did with hidden G-Woma stuff, you can tell they're just straight out hidden G-Woma. This thing's phenomenal compared to those others. So there's that. That's the only one in the clutch that did not shed. So we're gonna go with this one.
Yeah, we're still picking the shedders out here. They haven't all been sorted yet.
All right. So this here, I know yellow belly, but I'm also determining it's got granite in it also. Maybe. Possible granite. Great coloring. Great markers down at the bottom.
That just may be a dark yellow
Yeah.
belly, bro.
Yeah. Looks... Yeah, I think mahogany's definitely got some effect on it.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last video about, you know, those
polygenics.
darker females. Yeah, and the polygenics just kind of pushing some of the darkness or brightness or whatever on into their siblings. And I think this will be an example of that where, you know, this is a really, really dark yellow belly.
Yeah.
I mean, almost jet black on the dorsal and spots. And I really don't see much else going on there. So
Yeah, it doesn't really have too much of that granity look, but yeah, belly looks really nice.
Yeah.
Good looking yellow belly.
What's going on, Apex? Glad you made it. Welcome.
Whew. Now who do I go with next?
We're drinking some some hot penny Irish whiskey, and a pumpkin ale from Half Full out of New York.
I gotta get these guys where they're
And Matt's playing games with his snake.
snakes.
Oh, sorry. One letter. Nice. Well, I hope everything goes well at NARBC for not only yourself, but everybody else that's going and vending. It would have been near impossible for me to get there this go around, but
So I think this one's actually I think this may be the yellow belly granite.
yeah, this looks more granite to me. You can
So
see all the checkery kind of pixelation kind of stuff going on there.
you get
A little bit added
flames.
intensity, to the flames, to just about pretty much every bit of the animal. A little bit more brightness,
Yep.
a little more contrast,
Trying to get these guys
and
further
compared to
down.
the last one, a lot more jet black dark.
Yeah.
This is a great animal to get into, like a dark project,
This one.
because yellow belly's got to go into everything. There's a girl.
Yep, girl.
That's a girl.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a girl. Yep. So that's that. And then these three are not quite the same. These two.
So we are working on a couple expansions here. Right now we breed all our rodents out of a 8x12 shed,
Yep.
and that's not a lot of space. It may seem like a lot for some, but just not a lot of space. So we are moving. We're partitioning half of a garage to be the rodent facility. So that will be 10 by 20. So there's a huge jump in space there for sure. So we're pretty excited about that. We've started that process as far as cleaning things out, getting stuff ready, and we are buying lumber this weekend to kind of get things going in that direction. So that's exciting.
Get in there. All right, so I got these guys running away from me here. So I think these three here, because their patterns are very similar. This one does seem a little brighter than the other two here. But I believe these are mahogany yellow bellies. Like,
Yeah.
look at the sides on these things. Woo!
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's that one. And then you look at that one.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
here, guys.
And are all these girls or?
So I hit these. I gotta verify which one's the boy. Hold still. That's a girl.
Nice. Are you keeping her?
I'm
mean,
gonna
like,
hold
what do
on
you-
to the mahogany yellow belly stuff for now until I'm 100% sure on what I want to do. That's a boy.
Yeah.
And
So even the boy you're gonna hold?
I'm gonna hold on to him for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it's a girl.
Nice.
So those three, two, 1.2.
Until he sells me one, Dave says.
Who's that?
Dave. Yeah, I don't know. There's been some posts on the social stuff recently that JP was coming out with something in regard to mahogany and stuff was going to skyrocket. I don't know if that's a marketing ploy or what's going on, but I guess we'll see.
So this one here. So I'm gonna bring back one of the other ones. So you see the patterns here along the side. A lot big, blocky,
Yeah.
big shape to them. Look at this
Way
one.
more color.
More color. And look at those patterns. They're
Way
tiny.
more busyness. Yeah.
So these things are itty bitty. So
So
I
what do you
think
think? Granite?
I'm thinking the granite got added into this. So a mahogany yellow belly granite.
That's nice.
Yeah. So the color, the stripe. Oops, sorry, I'm hitting the camera there as I'm trying to catch this guy. The stripe's a little bit longer, a little bit more connected, a little bit more striping here down the back.
Yeah, it was definitely brighter.
Brighter,
Tighter alien heads. They're really just like kind of rolled in,
and the
really
side
small.
is really busy.
Yeah, like good color on those flames, or not even flames. It's like a blushing that's
Blushing,
all
yeah.
behind all the alien heads. Yeah, that looks good. I like that.
Yeah. So I like that. a girl.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe she has to, pick up a room in the house for a while.
Yeah, and now for the grand finale,
Mm-hmm.
the one that I'm freaking woo all about.
So there's 2 clutches. The first clutch we're doing, this is a Hidden Gene Woma Granite Yellow Belly to a Mahogany Albino. So all these animals are 100% het for albino, and they have a mix of Hidden Gene Woma, Granite, Yellow Belly, and Mahogany in the mix.
Stay. It's not like a dog. It don't listen.
No,
All right.
No, they don't.
You guys ready?
Yeah, you saw this one before, so I don't know why he's covering it up.
Woo. Hold on. Let's get it
Don't
open up.
look at that head. Look at that head.
Woo-wee. Yeah, so...
This snake makes Matt excited.
Because, one, it's a female, so it is definitely
Yeah,
stated.
you're talking stuff, but you ain't opened this up yet, so most people can't see what you're all excited about.
Before I open it up, I'm going to tell you what it is. A Hidden Gene Woma, Granite, Yellow Belly, Mahogany.
Thanks, Lou.
And
yeah,
look at the sides.
There's so much more blushing. Again, those alien heads, like the last one we looked at, can you, just,
Let it relax a little bit.
The alien heads are still small, like on the last one that we felt like the granite had brought in.
Yep.
But man almighty, this thing is just craziness. I can't wait to see. Look at the checkery.
If we can get it to stay still long enough.
Look at that neck. That is just insane. It's just totally. I don't even know what you want to call it. It's not really blown out, but like.
And then you get
over exaggerated. The yellow belly is so over exaggerated by this combination. It's crazy.
Right.
And then you get up by the head, and you get the speckles around the neck.
Yep. And then all the striping is that typical Hidden Gene Woma.
What's going on, Mason?
So you kind of get that yellowish, greenish kind of color that you get from like the Hidden Gene Woma. So like this thing, woo! I can't wait to see what it would look like as an albino.
Yeah, I agree with you, Lou, for sure. There was definitely some fighting going on here, and I love to see the reaction in this animal. And yeah, I'm super amped for Matt as well. It's anytime you put stuff together. Yes, we will be cutting. I got one more clutch to go through, and then we will be cutting some eggs. Anytime you put animals together, you hope you get, what you're looking for, that max combination, if that's what you're after. And sometimes it flees from us. You just don't get it.
Yeah, and then when you're throwing stuff together, you're just not knowing what you're gonna get, and you're hoping that the combinations that you're throwing together are gonna throw something crazy. And I was not expecting this.
Yeah, Apex, I agree. Because even if we went back to the mahogany yellow bellies, there's still a good amount of that popcorn belly going on the sides there from that yellow belly mixed with the mahogany. And then here with the granite and the Hidden Gene Woma, it's just out of control.
Yeah, jeez.
Dan, welcome, buddy. Glad you made it. Hope you're feeling all right.
Yeah, glad you made it, buddy.
Dale Richards, welcome. What's going on?
So, I didn't really sex the yellow belly, or did I sex them? If I did, I don't remember. But for the mahogany stuff, I hit like one male and the rest are females.
Really, Buster?
What?
It's just guys playing with their balls. It's a good time. It's like a community of not so really good people. That's what it sounds like. All right.
A bunch of sweaty guys playing with their balls.
Yeah, it's pretty sweaty up here. It was, I'm running about 83, 84, 83 degrees, and we turn off all the fans, and it's toasty.
And the humidity is higher than it's been lately.
Yeah.
Boy, those
and I'm sweating.
Sweaty balls.
I'm sweating.
As Alec Baldwin would say on SNL.
So So this was a Pastel GHI to what was, I don't know how you want to say, unveiled by somebody who was watching by Jerry, that this is a GHI to Jopa. So this is no longer Resurrection any longer. I couldn't hide it anymore.
I feel so good not having to
this
say
first-
that anymore.
This first animal, I know everybody wants to see the cutting and stuff. I want to get there too because I'm really excited about this. This one actually looks like it's going to be the single gene Jopa. I will say that with some hesitation because I do struggle to identify the single genes. They tend to have a lot of this white here, some color, and there's just like a certain tone overall to them. A lot of linked alien heads in 2 or 3 places usually. So I don't know. This very well may be just a normal, but it looks initially like a normal.
Who was
And
it?
then here's another normal.
Kai was saying he actually likes the resurrection name. So maybe when we create a gene, we'll say resurrection.
There's no way I can take. At least on this gene, I cannot take that away from Ben Rennick. Not with that history and what's going on there for sure.
Maybe if we discover
maybe we'll
a gene.
hold on to that and someday we'll put a label on it instead of a ring. Yeah, so a couple normals at least for now.
The one that didn't shed.
So this one
A couple, yeah.
is a pastel Jopa for sure. Because put next to a pastel, you may not necessarily see a huge difference because both of these guys haven't shed yet. But this one has some head pinches that come over, and that can be a telltale for the Jopa. And then when you come over and you look at this head, this does not have that pinch. So I'm pretty confident that the one on the right-hand side of your screen here is a pastel Jopa.
That's the right hand of it.
This will be a pastel.
Yeah, and that's pastel. You said that one there.
Yeah.
Lone Wolf would like to know what Jopa does.
So Jopa it enhances yellows and oranges, and it's a reducer. So I did hit I did hit what I believe 1 GHI Jopa, and we'll take a look at some of the others. There's a lot of GHIs in this clutch, so we'll get a good comparison of what GHI is and GHI Jopa. So we'll see. We'll start looking at some of those. So nice GHI, pretty typical, pretty classic. Now that they've shed and out of the egg and all that stuff.
I like the little speck on the head on this one.
Yeah, and this head strap, that's pretty much what Mama's like. She has the same kind of head strap. Nice dark animal for sure.
Oh yeah, I would definitely agree, Dave. An ODYB Jopa would definitely be insane.
Yeah, and yeah, here we go again. Another GHI. I think there's like a 2.2 of these.
Or a DG Jopa? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that stuff is coming.
We got plans for it.
This one looks a little different as far as color. It's a little more blushing than this one, and definitely more than that one.
Yeah, that one's dark.
But I still think that may be polygenic. It's definitely not pastel. I have one of those here. I don't think it's the Jopa that's doing that because...
Buster was saying Jopa Highway.
Yeah, because this is the GHI Jopa. So
look at that head.
Darker animal, a lot of these, much cleaner, spaced out, less going on. So that's the reduction that we're talking about. Sometimes with other clutches that I've made with the Jopa, it's literally taken me 4, 5, 6 months to really be convinced that certain animals have it. So I've been sitting on a lot of this Jopa stuff just because. So this is a male. This will definitely be staying here, and these guys here will be available. And then we hit this one that has not shed yet. This is a pastel GHI. I'm pretty sure this is Jopa as well. You look at it's got that head pinch that we were talking about. And the regular pastel GHI, which is what the mom is that I have that produced this clutch, the head pattern is considerably different. It doesn't have the reduction though. Like you can see how spaced out and reduced this is compared to this. So I'm not 1,000% on this animal, but it being a girl, it can hang around for a little while.
Right.
But this thing, super dark. Look at all that white. Oh, that white coming up from the bottom. Spaced out like crazy. Yeah.
Lone Wolf was, he said, interesting. So it shows more as it matures, kind of like Candinos.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So that was that clutch. So those were our 2 dark clutches, essentially, for our last set of eggs. Now there's some more possible dark, bright, crazy, blah, 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 blah going on.
Dark, bright stuff?
Dark, bright
Some
stuff.
crazy, dark, bright stuff.
Woo! Hold on. I got it.
Yeah, we don't need that.
I caught it. Haha.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. I don't know, Buster, if that's a boy or a girl.
You could have just said thank you.
Yeah, it was just...
You could have said thank you, Buster.
That
would have been...
It was just a natural reaction to say sir, because in the military.
If you're down here, so when these eggs are ready, I mean, they just like pop apart. Done.
Peel apart.
The other thing you can do is you can reach in and you pinch them. You should be able to easily feel the snake on both sides, which I do. This is, all of them. So there's
barely any liquid left.
I wouldn't go that far, but there's definitely snake in there. So again, this pairing was a this girl here. So this is a black pastel, leopard, yellow belly, and she's got tracks for days, stripes for days. I'm pretty confident she'll prove out at least het for pied. If the markings kind of carry over into some of these animals, if I can see it, I'll be 100% confident that this girl is het for pied at least, and then maybe axanthic. So this is mama, and then I'll pull dad real quick.
You already got people calling out numbers.
So let me get you a pen.
We got 5. We got 4. We got middle.
And that's Dad. That's a McKenzie Fire.
It's what, 7? 8?
Yeah.
7. So we got a 1 4, a 1 for 5. Middle would be 4. Well, I guess it is 4, literally.
Yeah, kind of right down in the middle. In the middle of it.
Just to clarify, I felt bad after seeing that kid pull babies out of the egg too early and pulling them up before they even absorbed the yolk.
Oh, my response to that is, I mean, it's a word that's used redundantly. It kind of gets old news. You keep hearing it. In so many levels of this hobby, it's about patience. In your first clutch or two, you shouldn't be touching anything until you've learned, where the snakes actually are. When we cut eggs now, I mean, we've cut many clutches now, and when I cut eggs and we look inside, we can tell almost right away if we cut early or too early.
If they weren't too
we
ready.
Can see that they're ready or they're not ready to come out of the eggs just by cutting. And you definitely shouldn't be pulling snakes out of an egg when they have yolks still attached to them, for sure. Sometimes they do come out of the eggs on their own, and some of the umbilicus is still attached. That's completely normal. That's fine. But it shouldn't have a full umbilical and
attached to the sac.
Piece of egg yolk attached to it. One, you cut way too soon, and 2, you should not be pulling those snakes out of the eggs like that. I mean, that's detrimental for their...
So whoever it was, he can't remember who it was, but he said they cut on day 45 and then pulled them out of the egg.
Yeah, bad form. Yeah, bad form.
Stuff like that gives the the hobby a bad
Yeah,
rep.
it does. You know, but like again, I think Billy said this. Those are his snakes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, kind of do what you want, but at the same time, you are making a name for the rest of the industry at the same time. So if that goes viral and that's all people that don't know anything about snakes see, they're going to think everybody does that, and that's ludicrous because most people care enough about their animals that they're going to let them, you know, go through the
Finish
proper
off.
wait period.
Yep.
They're going to, you know, fully develop, and then if they're cutting, they're going to cut to make sure they can come out, and then they're going to wait for that snake to actually come out of the egg. What else we got? Anything? I just want to cut, man.
Everybody ready to cut? We got some votes in. If anybody else still wants to vote,
I'm going to number 4 because that was the number 1.
That had the most votes.
Had the most votes.
And it is a
That looks like a black pewter.
Black pewter McKenzie.
Well, black pewter something, but like there's no pastel in this pairing at all. Oh, fire. Maybe that's a black pastel fire. That's probably a black pastel fire. Wow, that threw me a little bit. There is some wonky pattern there.
So it could be the McKenzie
So it
too.
could be some McKenzie in there as well, but
so a black Mac fire.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
We'll see.
We'll see. Well, we got a bunch more eggs to.
Number 3. Sorry, I'm not excited about that snake. Oh, this one's brighter. I'm excited about this snake. Oh, I'm real excited about this snake.
What the heck is that?
What the what? Yeah.
That's got to be everything.
I'm guessing. It's definitely leopard. I'm going to say it's definitely black pastel.
Black pastel,
It
leopard,
has to be Fire McKenzie. It has to at least be
what
black pastel, leopard, Fire McKenzie.
Sorry if I'm getting anybody a headache. But what is
yellow
that?
belly? I can't tell, but like, holy what?
Definitely the.
Look at it! Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Best word to describe it: Interstellar and Joe. Bonkers.
What the freak, dude! I wasn't expecting that. That's insane, right there.
That's like me with the Hidden Gene Woma thing.
Be a girl.
Does the Mac have pastel? No, just a Fire Mac.
There's no pastel in this pairing at all. And to my knowledge, now hold on a minute. To my knowledge, the male doesn't have yellow belly. So, if the male proves out to have yellow belly, which he's fathered, 2 other clutches?
Yeah, and nothing's shown.
And I haven't seen anything that was strikingly, he's got yellow belly. That could possibly be it, because that may be like a leopard McKenzie ivory, right?
Yeah.
That's the only possibility, but
they're not technically posset pieds because we haven't proven the mom out yet.
No, she's just got really, really strong markers. So, again, what you're going with all this striping, I probably agree that this will probably be het for pied. But the father has got no indication of that at all whatsoever.
That was my male you used, right? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, touche. So we're going to go with number 5 here. This had a singular vote.
Yes, she is a first-time mom.
Yes, so she was produced here in-house. And
she came from the big old black pastel girl that we got. You got another wonky? What the?
Is that an ivory? He's got to have yellow belly too. Like, what is that?
It's a white snake.
No kidding. But that makes no sense.
No, I was stating that for the audience. It's a white snake.
Well, if you look through the lens, they'd be able to see what you're looking at. So that to me looks like an ivory.
So he's a Mac Fire yellow belly? Or maybe is it something that's in the pairing? Maybe McKenzie reacts with any of the other genes?
I've seen black pastel McKenzies before.
So it doesn't react with that?
They don't make white snakes. I've seen McKenzie leopards before. They don't make white snakes.
And you've seen McKenzie yellow bellies?
I have. They don't make white snakes.
So what the?
Beep is going on here. So
A super fire? No, there was no fire in the pairing that we did
that
for the.
produced her.
Yeah,
Like, so she did not.
so the black pastel leopard yellow belly was a black pastel het SK to a pastel leopard yellow belly enchi.
Enchi het pied.
Yep.
So no fire, and the black pastel has fathered. I don't know what she's done, like 3 clutches.
Yeah, she's
and
done.
has
Yeah.
not produced
any
anything
fire.
but black pastel.
Yep.
The male, that quad male, which is Minnie's dad, has fathered probably in the neighborhood of like
bunch.
eight clutches, and has not produced anything but what he's been listed as. So, pastel, inchy, leopard, yellow belly, het pied. So for us to produce a white snake, the only possibility
Is the Mac Fire.
is the Mac Fire is a Mac Fire yellow belly, and which is weird because he's produced 2 other clutches this year of McKenzie stuff, and
We may have to take a closer
now
look
I
to
have
everything.
To reassess.
Yeah.
I have to go back and relook at all that stuff because this looks like just an ivory, or it could be an ivory McKenzie or something like that.
What if he was het pied? And you produced a pied?
Well, that would be nice, but that's not a pied.
No, but
And that could be, I guess, a really low expression, but I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, anything is possible. I mean, I got the mail from Brock Wagner, and, Brock, like any of the other larger breeders, does pieds and stuff. So,
Does he work with TSK at all?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Can you see the head? Nope.
No, definitely can't see the head on either one of them.
Head's buried on both of them. All right, so we're definitely getting some stuff we're definitely not expecting.
Be fucking shit. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm
no,
sorry for my
bloop, bloop,
mouth.
bloop, bloop.
Like that's a leopard ivory. So that's 100% leopard ivory. That male has yellow belly in it as well. Dude, like I won't even. Like,
Oh,
are you
yeah.
kidding me?
So Jim, you know how he is with the leopard ivory stuff?
Dude, this is ridiculous now.
Producing a clutch that he was not anticipating to have leopard ivory in it, and
So this is a pastel leopard ivory, and this is a leopard ivory. This is an ivory. Dude, like what? This is not what I was expecting in this clutch. I'm sorry. This may even have McKenzie in it because that is really, really wonky. Yeah, I think this is a McKenzie leopard ivory. Like, dude, I'm like,
so I wonder if he.
I'm freaking done.
I wonder if he sold you a McKenzie yellow belly, not a McKenzie Fire.
No, that's fire. I produced fire.
Ivory, so you're on fire accidentally.
Yeah.
If Jim
Holy
could
crap.
pull his leopard ivory odds into clown, he would have 40 clowns now.
Who said that?
That was Dave.
I love that. That's it's painful, but it's funny. I hate you for saying it, but it's still kind of funny. Holy crap.
Today is a good day.
It's just not what I expected. I
Look at this stuff.
I wanted I was thinking more black pastel leopard,
More dark stuff.
Mac stuff. But I'll take a Mac leopard ivory. Ah, who wouldn't? A pastel Mac leopard.
And
ivory.
now he can work that into the ivory program.
Yeah, either way, whether it's a girl or dude, just getting crazy. It's all right. We're gonna go with number 7.
So now you're gonna have more snakes to hold back than you anticipated.
It's so painful. It's so painful. I still can't. Okay.
Well, that's cool. Now he's a 3-gene snake.
He's a 3-banger. Thanks, Brock. Love you, buddy.
And that is bright as all get out.
Yeah. I'm gonna say pastel Mac yellow belly. McKenzie at times will do a lot of banding like Enchi.
There's no pastel.
Oh, you're right. So then,
So
yeah, I don't know then.
leopard Mac yellow belly?
No leopard. This is definitely not leopard.
Well,
This is McKenzie yellow belly. This may just be a McKenzie yellow belly. It's definitely yellow belly. I can see the flaming. You can see the flames coming up from the side here. It could be yellow belly that's doing all this blushing.
What about the fire?
It could be both. Firefly.
No, not
A
firefly.
McKenzie. No, there's no pastel. A McKenzie
McKenzie
Fire
yellow
belly?
belly?
I mean, it's possible. I won't. I mean, there's just so much in the mix now. Like, you add one gene. Like, but that looks pastel, dude. That has to be. Yeah. Well, I guess it could be fire. So this could be fire, McKenzie, leopard, ivory, which is almost the whole thing, but black pastel. Like, dude, that animal is. I just
Craziness.
don't even know what to say.
And there's still
I'm
two
gonna
legs
save the tiny one for last, and we'll see what the little one gives us.
The first one is definitely a black pewter. The first one that he cut.
No pastel, so it's not pewter. It's
Oh,
a black pastel
it's a fire.
Yeah, that's the only black pastel that I can see so far. Black pastel fire. Leopard ivory. Probably just a leopard ivory. Maybe fire to make it not purple, to make it more gray. So that could be a fire leopard ivory. This looks like at least just an ivory. It could have fire in it. This one here looks like a McKenzie yellow belly, probable fire. And this is, I'm guessing, I won't really know until I breed it, but I'm guessing this is a McKenzie leopard fire ivory.
And if that's all that, that's some crazy.
That's everything but the black pastel.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get some more black pastel stuff in here.
Holy cow. Like, I'm just like, just so tripped.
We need some more black pastel craziness here.
Yeah, I think you might have it here. Maybe not. Yeah, you got some black pastel here.
Black pastel,
Mac?
yellow belly fire?
No, I don't see
Mac.
yellow belly. But like black, this is a black pastel, at least McKenzie.
McKenzie.
So again, you get a lot of this banding from McKenzie.
Yeah.
With combos that looks like Enchi, so that looks Enchi-ish to me. But then you go back here and this looks black pastel. So this is definitely, at least from the initial assessment in the egg,
Welcome, sis.
a black pastel.
Your better half just popped on.
Oh, okay. You like really confused me with the sister stuff. Yeah. Totally unprecedented clutch. Just not expecting to have yellow belly on the dad's side.
I like that name, Black Mac.
Black Mac, yeah, for sure. Like, so the Mac Fire has also proven to be yellow belly. I have 3 ivories in this clutch, which is again, we were talking about this earlier. It's interesting because he's fathered 2 other clutches, and I have to go back and look at those because I don't know that I've put him with any yellow bellies.
Because you got some crazy amount of gene stuff that it's harder to see.
So, I have this thing that's going to the Philippines that just looks crazy, and that thing very well may have yellow belly in it. The one that I'm keeping may also have yellow belly in it. I don't know.
Are the Mac allelic with black pastel like Enchi? Not that we know of.
No, never heard that. So this will be the last egg.
Black pastel, leopard, McKenzie, ivory. Another ivory.
Yeah. Strong on the white. So again,
And there's the
black eye. You can see the eye there. So yeah, this is definitely an ivory. It could be a fire ivory. Without leopard in it, a lot of stuff doesn't come through.
We'll have to black light it.
Or it's super faint. Yeah, we'll have to black light it at some point. But 4 ivories out of this clutch. So I would say that's pretty definitive that
it's yellow belly.
They both sides have yellow belly. Which, looking at, again, you produce animals and you look at them and, there's not a lot of pictures. So like the female that we made, black pastel leopard yellow belly, there really isn't a lot of pictures of those girls out there. People may have made them. They may not. It could have been a world's first at the time, 2 years ago or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that. I don't go look for that. So I make my best guess based on what I can see. And then with the het pied influence, can mess with some of the yellow belly. But like this male, I've looked at a gazillion times, and I've never seen anything that resembled yellow belly with him.
Obviously, we never really looked either.
Well, I know that's true. That's 100% true. But like this, Yeah, the top of my head's not so nice.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Sorry.
I'm just, I would swear all day long that this is a pastel. With that color, and the leopard gives it that like purple color. It's really, the pattern is really all over the place, and I believe that's going to be the McKenzie. It don't matter what this is.
It's
To this point, I've only kept females with crazy genes. I've just been blessed that all the ivories, the big genetic comboed ivories that I've produced have been females, so I've kept them all.
Yes, Corey. She is a first-time mama.
Yeah, she is. So we're definitely not used to what she's producing. However, the male has produced this was his first year this season. He's produced a couple clutches for us, and I'm not seeing anything that screamed yellow belly. So
I may have to reevaluate some of my pairings.
Yeah, yeah, McKenzie Fire yellow belly. Like holy goodness! I'll have to give Brock a call and just let him know. Say, hey.
Yeah, definitely no retained sperm at all.
Yeah, first year, Mom. It's physically impossible for her to retain anything that wasn't there. So if this was next year, then maybe we would say, I probably wouldn't say that because I still wouldn't suspect him for. That one color looks different than this one. So like if I do this, get them both in screen, bring them over to the light. They look maybe not on camera, but this one looks definitely a little more
lighter,
dusky.
Oh yeah.
And this looks definitely more like paper white.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what black pastel does with ivory, if it comes through at all.
Take a quick peek. Somebody was saying McKenzie leopard, black pastel ivory is my guess. I'm assuming they're talking about that one there.
This one? I think there's fire in there too. Maybe it has the black pastel. Maybe it has the whole. Maybe that's the whole thing. But there's not too many combos with ivory that's going to bring that intense yellow up like that. Usually that's pastel. The next closest thing to pastel in this pairing, because there is no pastel, would have been fire. So I'm really thinking at least, I mean, if that has black pastel in it as well, like holy cow. So this one very well may be that. We'll have to wait for it to come out so I can get a good look at the pattern. But this is pretty dark. So this could be a black pastel leopard ivory for sure. Couple ivories. So 4 ivories out of the whole clutch. Still another yellow belly. Like black pastel McKenzie, I'm guessing.
Yeah, black pastel doesn't do much to the ivory.
And then a black pastel fire. Right, so either one of these, yeah, almost nothing. So yeah, so if you can put that on there. So that's a black pastel ivory. Other than like a faint dorsal stripe, which these guys wouldn't have developed yet, we wouldn't be able to see that. So, and then with the, pied stuff and the axanthic stuff floating around, I'm pretty sure that Mom, I don't want to sound like that dude, but I've been pretty good with guessing by looking at markers and stuff and knowing the pairings of our animals, which animals are going to prove out het for pied. I'm pretty sure Mom, I'm at like a 99% that Mom will prove out het for pied as well. So I'm pretty confident that this clutch will be at least 50% het for pied. But until I actually breed or improve it, I really won't know. So we'll see. Next year, I'll probably put the ODYB pied that I picked up this season to her and make OD, so black pastel, leopard, OD, ivory, pieds. Yeah, so say that 3 times real fast. But yeah, this one's got good color though, but that is definitely McKenzie. That's definitely yellow belly. Possible fire in there that's just lighting that thing up.
Crazy.
I still can't get over that. I can't get over that. I cut that one and I was like, what? That makes no sense. Yeah. I cut that one, I'm like, oh, there's yellow belly in there.
And then we got
that one. I was like, oh, damn, here it it comes.
And then we got that one. And then we got that one.
My brain is fried. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty wild for a black pastel fire, though. Like, those patterns
Yeah.
are pretty wonky, so there could be something else in there. I don't know. Like,
Which is nice because
like
we haven't seen any black pastel fires yet here in-house yet.
We've not
So
done those. We've done the cinnamon fire stuff, but not the black pastel fire stuff. Wow, sweet.
great clutch, dude.
Yeah, man.
Great surprise.
Woo.
Oh yeah.
I like it. Yeah, that one's. Yeah. You're not going nowhere.
You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I just keep keeping them. And then like this one, I look at this and I'm like, yeah, that's got to have black pastel in it to be that dark like that, to be that dusky. So
Yeah. Well, actually, if you look at it, because that's so black pastel leopard, so very could be.
Yeah, that doesn't really sing the same song.
Well, the ivory, like the double yellow belly.
True. Yellow belly could definitely have some influence in there, but I don't know.
It could be. We'll have
Don't
to
forget to
smash the
that
like button.
Thank you
Appreciate
very
it.
much.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Interstone.
that. Yeah, and hit that little bell if you guys want to. If you enjoy these lives like this, and then that way you'll be notified when they come up.
Yeah, and you guys get surprised the same time we do.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, and I'd like to see more people do live cuttings online or on YouTube, whatever. But I guess you got to have, from what I've been told, you got to have some level of cojones to do that, because you never know what's going to go wrong or whatever. So, and honestly, I just, I don't want to say I don't care. I do care.
We like to.
But I want to present 100% unequivocal, reality of what
happens in this business. Yep.
So, when you see a recording by anybody,
There could be stuff cut out you don't know.
It's suspect by not showing, you edited it, or maybe you didn't edit it, but you chose to just do that video and not the other clutch that was really bad and wonky or whatever. I will say this season we've cut every single clutch live.
Yep.
Including the one that completely died.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but again, that's
we
that's part of this.
We want everybody to know what there is to expect if they're deciding to get into this business themselves. Because when you're starting to get into the business, you're doing it for your first time, there's a lot of questions. So we try to make it to where you see everything. So then that way, if you have a question, you kind of see what happens.
And to a degree, there's only so many clutches you can pull that are going to be different. They're really not going to be different. So you pull those clutches. You've seen those videos. You pull the female, and Miguel has a ton of them. You pull the female off, you take the eggs, you set them up however you're going to set them up. So Lucas Landon, he does like this Z pattern thing, and he kind of staggers them so they all rest against themselves, and then you put straws like we do in the front and in the back, and you're good to go. I don't take my stuff apart.
Yep, we just
so if they fit in the tub and the top goes on, and I've got a good 3/16 of space to a 1/4 inch of space, I'm not touching it. It's staying like that.
Yep.
I don't pull stuff apart. Some people pull stuff apart because that's what they're comfortable with. I think Gavin does, came up with the thing, the way they lay is the way they stay. And that's just kind of how I felt, not because he'd done it, but because when I started, I just didn't feel comfortable pulling eggs apart. I had stuff that started to tear and leak, and it made me nervous, so I just left them there. Mutation Creation has done a fair bit of, you just put masking tape on it, or, Scotch tape or whatever, and you seal it up and it's fine. I brought home some skin glue from work, some Dermabond, and I was going to use that, but I don't really take them apart enough. I haven't really torn eggs to the point where they needed that. And some eggs, even though they tear, if they tear on the upper part of the egg, if it's slight, you can just leave it, and that's going to dry and seal the egg itself anyway. So you don't necessarily have to do anything with it.
Yeah, one of the clutches that we cut recently, when I was trying to take them apart, I had an egg that ripped open a little bit. I just rested it against the other egg, and
Yeah.
It did fine.
And then it sealed itself.
Yep.
We didn't tape it. We didn't do anything. It was fine. So, you know, I don't know, it's whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you want to see. You know, some breeders will say that they take them apart because, you know, if an egg goes bad, they don't have to mess with it later. They take it apart early. I'll tell you that most of our stuff, we've had 1 or 2 occasions where we've had an egg go bad that was like on top.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was kind of a pain in the butt. You know, you have to like cut it away.
Yeah, that was fun.
And get down to the other eggs. And then we used tenactin, you know, put
Dusted the
tenactin on it
eggs.
so that it, you know, that it wouldn't like fungus up or anything like that. And that worked. It was a bit of a pain in the butt, but to me, it's better than running the risk of tearing every clutch apart.
Yeah, and as so you guys know, we actually I have a clutch that's going to be coming up in, I don't know, probably about a month or so, that I had, I think it was either 5 or 6 eggs, and I don't know, 2, maybe 3 are already starting to go bad. We dusted them with tenactin.
And we just left everything in there.
Yep, and you guys will see that too. So,
the next one is the 12th, and unfortunately, that will be my last clutch of this season. Matt has 3 more, and we got some girls that are starting to look like they're gonna.
It's actually
develop and go.
It's the 16th.
It's not the 16th.
Yeah, 16th is your blackhead to the.
That's not what's written downstairs.
Yeah, 23rd to the September 16th.
No, I'll have to double check it. But like we always do, you'll get a thumbnail.
Yeah.
You'll get notifications. Stuff will pop up. You'll be able to see it. Yeah, because if it's the 16th.
That's a Wednesday, so you'll do it the day before.
Yeah, it'll be a Tuesday.
Yep.
Back to our normal day of cutting. If it's the 12th, then I think that's like a Thursday-ish, that, you know, or a Friday.
Right.
That we'll try to push for. So I don't know. We'll figure
We'll
that
see.
out.
Yep.
We'll definitely have that on Instagram for sure. You guys will definitely be getting some looks at this. If it is the 16th, these guys very well may be out of the egg and possibly even shed before we get that far. So I might be doing a recorded video on these guys. We'll have to see when we get there, but like, holy surprise. I don't even know what to say anymore.
So Ball Pythons 9 said, I did an experiment with my latest clutch. 3 of 12 eggs, candled, not totally upright, but I just left them how they were laid and see what happens. So far, they're all good.
Yeah, I would expect that you'll find that they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because 99% of our clutches, we just don't mess with.
Yep.
So and we candle every one of them. So, you know, we'll see, you know, you'll see the embryo will be on the side. It'll be down toward the back. Rarely is it like dead center up top where it's perfect. And I mean, I don't know. What do you say? How many eggs do you say go bad in the incubator every year? Would you say?
For us, it was
6, 5, 6.
I don't even think it was that many.
Well, you had what, 2 in this clutch?
2, and then we probably maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, so
Yeah,
maybe 5.
About 5.
Yeah,
5 or 6. And this year we produced 32 clutches, and our snake average is like 6.5. So you can round that to 7. That rounds up to 7. So 32. I mean, that's 150 eggs, and we've lost 5. So. You know, it's
not bad odds at all.
Not terribly bad. Now, you can beg the question that, you know, maybe if we were separating every clutch, that maybe we would have saved those 5 eggs. I guess it's something you can argue. However, the eggs that we lost, we kind of knew we were going to lose when we candled them.
They had poor veins, or they were yellow.
And I think, honestly, because we're probably just not good at separating eggs, you know, the risk for us to have a ton of leaks on the eggs, and, you know, the risk of losing eggs from tearing them open is a lot greater than just leaving them be. So, you know, my mind's eye, I'll just let it ride. As long as it fits, we're good. And then the other thing that weighs in on that is, like, we both work. So I
Yep.
come up and I'll check the snakes in the morning before I go to work, and most of the time I catch the girls like midway. So they have like 2 eggs, 3 eggs. They're just like they've been laying for an hour or two. But I gotta go to work. I can't like stay here and babysit them and grab them right when they get out of the, when they're done, and then separate anything before it gets hard. Usually it's not till 6 to 7, 8 hours later.
Right.
And by the time we see them, they're pretty stuck together. And if we have to, we'll work at it. But most of the time, if I don't have to, I'm not gonna mess with them. They're just gonna sit in there. And we've had good luck that way. I just don't plan to change it. I've had that, good luck.
And I want to read a comment from Joe. Definitely really appreciate this comment, buddy. Really enjoy the fact that we get to see real reactions as you cut. It's an amazing feeling to see how excited you guys get, and it's a joy to love the hobby in HD. Thanks for sharing it with us.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And, that's you just, rarely do you see that in recorded videos. Justin just posted a video this week where they were.
Oh my God!
Yeah, where they were like the super chocolate clown stuff, and I think he hit some like I don't know 3rd octave or something when he saw that.
And then he did like slow-mo, high pitch type thing. He did.
Yeah, it's like somebody grabbed him somewhere and he wasn't expecting it, so he did a falsetto for sure. And that's true reality that you just don't necessarily see all the time. Because like I've said this before, we put a lot of these pairings together because we think they're going to be powerful and they're going to be really cool to look at, and it's stuff that we want to see. So when you have a season like this and you keep 50 animals, it's just, it kind of, I don't know. Like you breed for yourself, the risk of that is you're going to see so much stuff that you like that you're going to want to keep it, which we kind of did, at least so far this year.
Thanks, Ball Python. Time. We'll catch up with you later.
Yeah,
take care.
Thanks for spending some time with us. I don't know. So, we have this rack over here that you guys saw a picture of this week on Instagram where we had our feed day. And after my 2 clutches and Matt's, if we don't sell anything else in the meantime, all our holdbacks and all the snakes that are available will almost completely fill all 5 of those racks, which are over there. So
over there.
Yeah, my train wreck of a carpet. We're actually in the process of buying some flooring. We're gonna change all the carpet. We're gonna pull the carpet and put some really nice hardwood floors
clean
down.
Floors.
Yeah, and then we may or may not be moving the snake room even after that gets done. I have to do some more measurements and stuff for where we're looking at to make sure that I have at least the same amount of wall space. Because when you have a snake room, it's more about adequate wall space than it is square footage. Square footage is great, but like if you can't fit
certain areas,
like monstrous racks, along the wall, then you're not necessarily going to have the same amount of animals that you would be able to keep, up here. So we're looking at things. The rodent stuff is coming. We'll probably do a video of the build for the rodent expansion.
Yeah.
So that you guys can see probably not where we're at now, but where we're gonna be. And,
like I'll
go from there.
Yeah, like I'll take a picture of like what the garage kind of looks like now, where there's really nothing in there, and then
I'll go shoot. I'll do video footage, and then we'll get some video clips of some of the
progression
as it goes, and we'll work that all into one video so that by the time we're done and we get back to it, you'll be able to see where we're at. It won't be like Justin impressive.
Yeah.
But for us, it'll be a big expansion. It'll continue to feed all our snakes, and then we'll have overproduction. We'll be able to sell some stuff, and then it'll hopefully start to pay for itself. So that'll be good.
Yep. So we're looking to buy. Yep, we're buying the lumber for some of it this weekend, so we should be able to get started on that soon. So,
all right, y'all. Thank you very much again for taking a little bit of time with us. It was a blast. I'm glad you got to share it with us. We had a great time. Like, holy cow, who would have ever thought? Definitely not what I expected to see in this clutch for sure. And And again, if you like what you see, please subscribe. We really appreciate that kind of stuff. You can also hit that bell so you get notified.
Yeah,
and if not, you can follow us on Instagram, and I will tell you when it's coming because we tend to post links for all our cuttings on Instagram and share it over to Facebook. So
yeah,
if you follow us on any of those socials, you're definitely going to get notified.
Yeah, because we enjoy sharing this experience with all you guys. So we'll catch you guys later.
Have a great, safe holiday. Stay Corona safe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.